Henry McClure live here in the Glass Houses studio. We're located in the State Farm building here, which is part of the Ryan Mowinkle commercial investment empire. Hey, what are you doing? I'm taking a break. I'm working late on some stuff. But these are the hours of an entrepreneur. Hey, if you want to call in, I got the cell phone handy. Look, we got a microphone set up here for it. You want to check in and say hello? Wait, what do I got going here? Continue with Henry. Okay. Ken Corbett. It says we're friends for 8 years. Eight's my lucky number. Telling you, 888, baby. Well, and 444. But Ken this year will be, and I tell you what, he's one of the really fine people. I met so many nice people running for the county commission spot. I really did. I'll bet you $1 Derek Schmidt might even call me by my name. And I'm telling you that Jeff Cars, I think that guy ought to run for governor. I like that guy. I like his energy. I think Chris Kobach ought to run for governor. And I think that whoever's going to run for governor ought to get running for governor now. We ought to be picking them. We ought to be supporting them. We better be raising some money. We got to get behind them. We got to get ahead of them. We got to help them. We got to enable them. Jack Kemp down in Georgia is the head of the Governors Association, and we need to reach out to Mr. Kemp, Governor Kemp, and tell him that we're all for him and his efforts. But hey, if you want to call in, 785-383-9994. And Ken and Rick Clues will be, they will both, Rick's in the Senate and Ken's in the House, and they're going to bring forward bills to kick the city of Topeka out of the zoning in the 3-mile radius. Now, under this, after the show's over, I'll post a really good example, a really good working example of why. And I'll just tell you, clear out on Hoke Road, where Great Life has the old golf course out there. That I pray that we can remodel that thing and sell some lots for a private golf course. I need I think I need $350,000 a person, and I got 6 lots, or 6 lots to sell. But like example, one of the lots would empty out onto Hoke Road. Now Hoke Road is a dirt road, and I mean dirt. It's mud. It kind of has the thought of gravel, but man, it's a really bad road. And at 45th and Hoke, it's asphalt. But the further north you go on Hoke, it's dirt, and then it curves around into 37th Street. And I mean, hell, there's a bridge there that only really one car could go by at a time. You know, so they want a paved driveway onto a mud road. So the county and the city, whatever, they think, boy, we're government, so we're going to make you do more than we're willing to do ourselves because it's your money. It's like, I'll go back to Adams between 5th and 8th Street. One of the worst roads, bricks are falling out of it, fire trucks, police cars, sheriffs. There's all sorts of vehicles that get their gas down there at 10th and Adams. And come on, guys. you hit a pothole, the suspension, it gets out of alignment, all that stuff. But come on, and that's the problem with government. They don't spend, uh, and it's not all, it's some of the elected officials, but some of the staff people, the deep state. So I'm working on SNCO, Shawnee County, Doge. I'm going to get Elon up here. We're going to hang out. Hey, you never know till you ask. Tried to sell him the mall. I think I'm going to make it a mission to meet Elon Musk. I'd rather know him than Warren Buffett, but uh, and I think about Warren Buffett owning Coca-Cola stock, and I can't imagine ever drinking soda again. And I can't drink booze because of what it does to me, but also health wise. When you drink yourself to, uh, you know, well, you're borderline type 2 diabetic. Well, you're a type 2 diabetic. It's no borderline. And so you got to exercise more. You got to eat right. Can't have sugar. So, anyway, get sidetracked. That's part of the show. But call in here at the Glass Houses studio if you want to say hello. Look at that. Put the phone right there. You'll be listening in. But so we've got to get, and really, we really need to put the Metropolitan Planning Commission back together. We need to get our citizens committee back together. We need to pass a law today while we have a veto proof legislature to break it down to when you buy a house, that's your taxes till you sell it. That's it. That's the valuation. This will one help people not get taxed out of their house, but number two, it will be a real number, and then the government is going to have to start working within the reality of what's here. And let's say we live in a broken down town that has a bunch of Topeka. The problem with Topeka is, number one, we got too many not-for-profits, and we've got too much government buildings. The government shouldn't own real estate. The government ought to sign a lease and sell it out, and market, put the real estate on the market, and that way, part of the they can feel the pain of real estate taxes. But we got to do things different. Did I tell you that? I went to the sermon on Sunday was all about change, and it's like God telling me that I was in the right place at the right time. Every time I turn around and I start talking about some of this political stuff, it leads me to the right things that we need to be doing. And somebody's got to stand up and do it. Somebody's got to stand up and say it. You got to do it. We got to do it. You're going to have to get more involved. If we want to get guys like Kevin Cook and rhinos that are out there, if we're going to, if we want to get the hotel buyers out of office, we're going to have to engage. Think about it. Never forget the name Earl McIntosh and his 5,400 people that went around that wanted to have revenue neutral. And so government, they have this valuation system that it's phony, and it's just so they have found a way to get more money in the coffers. Fake. It's fake money. It's not real money. It's not real. The Look, if you buy a house, taxes stay the same. If you renovate it, well, you paid sales tax on the materials. You probably, and if you hired somebody, well, then they got paid and they hopefully paid income tax on it. So it's not like, every time you turn around in Kansas, there's a way to get taxed. So we lower we should lower the for people over 65. We should lower uh, the rate to 10%. We really need to take a look at the whole real estate thing. And I feel comfortable talking in this. Uh, in fact, I've got two deals I'm going to have to protest on for one of my clients. And you should always pay your taxes in protest, but you should. It's almost like you want to catch the assessors in some sort of. It's a fake system. I don't know how. I don't know more how to say it than it's just a fake system. All right. I'm gonna. I want. I want to show you my new health thing. Have you seen these hydrogen water makers? And there might just actually be enough electrolysis that might put hydrogen gas into it. I don't know. I'm kind of one of those guys that likes to try things. You know, I don't know if the water tastes different because I drink so much of that Pellegrino water. My Maybe my palate is not that refined. All right, well, it's getting late. What time is it? It's going on 11 o'clock. I gotta get to the post office, mail some letters. Nobody called in. You don't love me, but that's all right. I'm gonna say goodnight to you. And if nobody's told you they love you, I love you. Have a good night. Thank you. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Before I go, does 110,000 views of my website in the last 90 days, does that seem like a lot? I want to know if there's any influencers or social media experts out there could say that that's good or bad. So let me know, and night night.